The abolition in the Cape occurred in 1834. That makes it 183 years since the emancipation of slavery. This is when the physical freeing of slaves took place, but the psychological shackles till this day are still present. We can either acknowledge these shackles of our slave history or suffer from amnesia because of our trauma our country had to endure. It makes sense that we want to forget the negativity of our past and focus on the future. But how can we genuinely move forward without knowing our past? We go to school in town, pass the slave lodge, and read a headline on a lamppost, making us aware of a young girl that was brutally raped and killed in one of our neighboring suburbs. We ask ourselves, why are we so evil? Amnesia settles in and we carry on with the rest of the day. But the answer to the question lies within our history, within the walls of the slave lodge, where company enslaved women were forced into prostitution and went through unthinkable acts of sexual violence and abuse. Robert Ross stated that throughout slavery in the Cape, a span of 180 years, not a single man, slave or free, was convicted of raping a slave. The words of Ross allow us to imagine why the Cape's present day rape culture exists, as it's just a form of social reproduction. Slavery introduced racial segregation into the Cape. It was this ideology that fueled apartheid. Despite the abolition of slavery, the then freed slaves still suffered prejudice and economic exclusion in the same way that we, the so-called born frees of today, are economically excluded because of high inflation rates and low labor rates. A system of entrapment, dare I say, a living heritage of slavery. The institution of slavery is hard and painful, but without it we have no culture, no idea of a sense of community, no language, no religion, no identity, and definitely no knowledge of self.